Okay, we're here in Paso Robles, California, at the Thomas Hill Organics restaurant, and we're about to meet one of the youngest chefs and one of the most talented that I have come across. Her name's Julie Simon, and she's from France, and she works here at the Thomas Hill Organics restaurant, and it is, I must say, the lunch we just had was not only just stunningly beautiful, it was also a culinary delight. So I'm looking forward to talking with her about her career, about her future, and where she thinks she's going with all this, because she's definitely very talented. Okay, here we are at Thomas Hill Organics, and I'm with the proprietor, Debbie Thomas, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her restaurant, her concept, about bringing organic, fresh food to the public.
Thank you. About 5 years ago, my husband and I started a farm here on the east side of town in Paso Robles. And we wanted it to be organic because there really wasn't anywhere here that you could actually buy fresh organic vegetables at the time. So we planted about 900 fruit and nut trees, everything from apples and pears and plums and peaches and pomegranates and guavas and on and on. And we also specialized in greens. So we started doing kales and dandelions and arugula and salad greens. And then recently, this last year, we added all the row crops, you know, the tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes and cucumbers, etc. A little over a year ago, actually 2 years ago, we started what's called a CSA program, which is Community Supported Agriculture. Our neighbors would buy like boxes of our fresh vegetables. But when you have 10 acres of fresh organic vegetables, you need to do something else with them. So a little over a year ago, about 16 months ago, we were looking for something else to do. Like, what can we do with everything that we're growing? How can we really highlight everything? And one of our neighbors, who actually owns a vineyard, saw this patio. And it was kind of a blank canvas at the time. And he said, why don't you guys open a restaurant? Open like an organic restaurant. And my husband and I love food and wine. And my husband's actually a very good cook. So I came and I looked at the patio and I said, wow, what a great place, you know, to have, to sit, drink, enjoy good food, etc. Right. So basically signed papers in about 2 weeks. Wow. And having no restaurant experience, yes, wow, crazy person. And I think we signed the papers Thanksgiving week, and we opened up January 15th a year ago.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I must say, it was one of the most amazing lunches I've had. And you know, being from Las Vegas, that's you know, saying something, because just tasting all those wonderful ingredients. Now, I know you talk about a blank canvas. I must say, you know, being an art teacher myself, that you added some beautiful things to your palette as far as your paints or whatever by having this wonderful chef. And tell me about your chef, Julie Simon. How did you find her?
Well, it was fortunate for us, unfortunate for someone else. A very high-end, wonderful restaurant in San Luis Obispo closed. And someone that was working with us called us and said, you know, I know this person. Maybe you should, Julie Simon. She's really good, hardworking. You know, I think it'll be perfect for what you're doing, you know, from the farm to the table. So we called her one day, and she came, and we took her to the farm, and she saw what we were growing on the farm, and yeah, it was she. And then she went on vacation for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and left us high and dry. But no, I think she left on vacation. I think she needed to think things through, and she came back, and she was on board. So right. We're very, very fortunate to have her.
Okay, and how's the public receiving you here in Paso Robles?
They love it. I think the thing that we have, a couple things over anybody else. A, we do have a farm, and B, we have probably the most creative chef in the area. For some reason, I don't know what it is. She's like a pianist, you know, like I took piano for like 10 years, and you know, I still had to look when I was playing.
Right.
It's how I relate her. It's like she's one of those people that just takes food and just puts it together, and it's beautiful, and there's different textures, and just everything, you know. It's just, well, of course, we have fresh ingredients too, but she's amazing. So we're very happy to have her.
Okay, well, now I'm going to switch it over to Julie. Julie, I must say, you are truly an artist. I mean, when we got the plates, the salads, they were so beautifully done, and the colors and the textures and the flavors all just work so well together. So how did you get your start in the culinary world?
I was starting law in Bordeaux.
That makes sense.
Absolutely,
The
right?
Bordeaux part does.
The
I don't know
Bordeaux
about
part. We moved. I was born in France, and we
Mm-hmm.
moved to southwest of France. And after graduating high school, this is law school was following, and I just wasn't really happy there. And I was taking time to think about it, and I came here because my uncle and my aunt own Olea farm, and they do olive oil. So came and hang out with them, and I just never went back. And I started at Windows on the Water. No, no experience whatsoever. I just knocked on the door. Really wanted to get a job, and they needed somebody to play desserts on busy weekends. And that's how it all started. And starting
You
to
just
do
fell in love with it and
absolutely.
started, and it seems like Debbie gives you the ability to be creative in what you do. So that's a great thing, you know, to have that ability to be able to express yourself,
Absolutely.
right?
And we have a really interesting concept, and we work with the best of the ingredients. So it does help. It
Yes,
really
that-
does help.
I think that is very
And
important.
Absolutely. And we're not tied down to any cuisine. We have the freedom to put up whatever we want and whatever sounds good at the time. And we change our menu every day. We have to be able to follow with the farm. Okay, this is what we have a lot of today.
Right. Such
And
as the peas, fresh peas, spring pea salad with avocado.
always we have abundance of figs. We need
Okay.
to. It's all right if it's in 5 dishes on the menu. It's
Right.
always something different,
seasonal, yeah.
and people are really loving it.
Yes.
They really, really are.
Yes. Well, I think that, for people that really are not accustomed to fresh, when you actually taste it, it's like just like an explosion in your mouth. You're like, wow, this is what it's supposed to taste like. This is really just a beautiful thing. It really is. And I think that's why, it's so refreshing to meet you and yourself that you're doing this. You're bringing this concept, and you're engaging the public, and you're of course having great feedback. But I just think it's a privilege to come today and meet both of you, and I just wish you the best of luck. You're so young, 23. I think you're going to have a great career in front of you, and I, of course, think you're going to have a great future also. So thank you so much. All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, I just want to thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.